Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Veach Season. We are your guest hosts, Rocky Magaña and Kramer Sanson, coming to you from the Badlands of America. Kramer, I saw a thing on social media today that said the rapture had happened, and that basically all of us are left behind, and that's why the whole world is on fire right now. That Jesus came back and he wanted none of us assholes, and that's why everything's falling to pieces.
I haven't seen that,
How you
but
feel about that? How do you know that you? How's it feel? How's it feel to know that you are one of the billions of people that were deemed unworthy?
well, at least I get to watch some football, and I'm cool with that. And also baseball, as the pennant race is just heating up all around the place. Oh, you know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna keep my head down and keep chugging along.
You don't care if our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ wanted to take you to heaven or not.
I
If he
mean, I
invited you
do,
into
but
his
I don't
party.
think the rapture's happened, so I'm not too worried about it at this point in time. I know
Well, you
for
know,
a
there's
fact, as a faith, the faith that I have. I mean, heck, I'm a Christian. I mean, I'm proud enough to say it. I know when the times come. I'll at least know.
All right. Well, so then follow-up question, Kramer. As a practicing Christian, are you pre-trib, mid-trib, or post-trib when it comes to the rapture? Meaning, do you think it's going to happen before the tribulation, during the tribulation, or after the tribulation?
I don't think I'm going to be around to see it to happen. So if that answers your question that way, there you go.
So you're just a pre-tribber. You're just a good old-fashioned pre-tribber, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, I don't care how I get my tribbing. I'm pro-tribber. I'm a pro-tribber. Scissor me timbers. You know what I'm saying, Brady?
Beach season, baby.
Beach season, baby. 2 minutes in, and we already got our explicit E for the episode. Ah, God, good to know that. The other day, I think they forgot to put one on one of our episodes, and I was like, oh man, I really hope that somebody's aunt doesn't stumble across this and think this is just a good old
If not, we hope
peace podcast. If not, Aunt Betty out there is our new. Ashadi's our new number one goddamn fan. She's out there. She's out there. She's our number one Vici out there getting weird with it, you know. And so Kramer, let's talk about this here for a second. You are a married man.
It's very true.
1 week in the books, bro.
Week, man.
One week in the books. 1 full week in the books. Being a married man.
It's been fun.
How's it been? How's it feeling? Give us the life update.
You know what? It's been enjoyable. It's been fun actually shopping. I mean, we've been living with each other for a while now, but actually going out to, I guess, the stores, the appropriate stores where you need to like get stuff for like home goods type of things. I actually have been shopping, and it's been fun. It's just awesome to see her name spelled the way it is now, which is Caitlin Sanson. But yeah,
which is her having your last name.
Yeah, exactly.
And not you having her last name. Which, if you wanted to, more power to you. No problems there. But isn't it funny how you're literally married for one goddamn week, and then all of a sudden she's like, we sure need to freshen up this place. Let's go to Home Goods, the Container Store, everywhere else that they sell a Live, Laugh, Love sign, and just plaster this shit all over our house as much as possible.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. No, we got essential stuff. It's not like we are getting the signs that say, newly married, or like you live, laugh, love. That's where you see everywhere. No, we didn't buy that type of stuff because we honestly really don't care for it, but it's okay.
I literally, the moment that we got married, I was like, I put a ban on all Live, Laugh, Love in our house. Listen, different strokes for different folks. If you're out there listening, you have Live, Laugh, Love plastered every wall of your house. Listen, we love you. Live your life. It's just not the motif that I wanted for our house.
It's been more sarcastic stuff with us. If we were to come across the things, yeah.
So the thing that I found that my wife found for our first place after we got married, before we bought this house, that I really felt seen, and I felt like she knew me as her husband, and took me into account when she was choosing our interior decorating. I came home one day, and it wasn't a fathead, but like a fathead type of like saying like a sticker like that, right?
Yeah.
Across our entire living room wall. and it was a quote. It was the size of our living room wall, and it just said, "Nope." Signed Rosa Parks.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's my yes. I need that. That's my senior quote.
I was like, "That's dope as shit." All right, yeah, cool. So I was like, "Yeah, no live, laugh, love, but you can have as much Rosa Parks quotes on the wall as you want." Like,
oh yeah, love me some Rosa Parks.
Another shoddy. Like if Rosa was around today, R.I.P. to the goat. I would like to think that Rosa Parks would enjoy what we have to say about the Chiefs.
Oh, I think so.
But that's as bad as that time that remember when Justin Bieber went to the Anne Frank Holocaust Museum and wrote in the guest book Anne would have been a believer.
Wait, what?
Justin Bieber was on tour in Germany and he went to the Anne Frank Museum, like the Holocaust Museum for Anne Frank. It was a huge uproar at the time because he wrote in the guest book Anne Frank would have been a believer.
Oh my gosh, that's
and
funny.
It was like a huge thing at the time.
Oh
so,
boy.
So I don't want to say that Rosa Parks would have been a Veach because I don't want to get canceled for saying it like Justin Bieber was for saying that Anne Frank would have been a believer.
I don't think we will. I think we're good. I think we're in the clear, Rocky.
I think we're in the clear. Okay,
I think so. I believe so.
Listen, this day and age, they'll cancel a mother effer for anything.
It's true.
So it doesn't take much to get canceled these days, Kramer. But you know what? We're trying. We're doing our damnedest. One of these days we'll be successful, and our wives will have us back on a Tuesday night.
You tried cancel us once with some sort of some type of different game show that we were doing the entire off season. You almost got us canceled that way.
Yeah, I did do that, and I almost got us canceled by showing what was that? It was like extreme Indian, like Sri Lankan tag.
I don't remember. If I'm being honest, it's a sketch from my brain. I shook that thing out.
Yeah, we almost got canceled for that. I'm sure there's a few things that we've said that if anybody was listening to this podcast,
what I truly want is PETA to get after us at some point. That's when I was working for that one station before I got let go. We actually had a post that was like during Shark Week that got taken down off Facebook because PETA did not like it.
Really? What'd you say?
I really don't remember, but it was like something about sharks, eating sharks or something. Like, oh, you shouldn't be eating sharks. And it's funny because Tom Brady might be canceled because of what he said about kicking a dog, which I never really heard that saying before, but interesting.
What, kicking a dog?
Yeah, I never heard that analogy before. Which
you don't kick a dog when it's down.
Well, I mean, that's not exactly what he said. I mean, he compared like throwing the helmet like kicking the dog.
Oh yeah, no, you never heard that saying before?
I mean, I've heard the saying, but I just haven't heard it in a long time. Like that's a.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely not something that you should say. We do obviously here at Veach Season, we would never condone any sort of saying like that or anything that ever comes out of Tom Brady's mouth or said by anybody associated with the Raiders whatsoever.
It was light. It was playful. It wasn't like he was actually kicking a dog on TV. George
cancel
his helmet on the ground.
Listen. He might as well have been Kyler Murray wearing Michael Vick jersey while hanging out with his pit bull.
That's amazing, actually. But what's worse, George Pickens slamming his helmet on the ground, or Andy Reid coming up and trying to fire up Travis Kelce for trying to get in his ass? What's worse?
George Pickens, Andy Reid doing it's called coaching. It worked. It worked. They came out in the second half and beat the shit out of the Giants.
That wasn't Travis doing. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, but Andy Reid initiated that first of all, and was trying to get Travis fired up and the offense fired up because the offense came out flat again, and they were playing like one of the shittiest offenses in the NFL, which is the Giants' offense. And Andy Reid said at halftime, "Good, I want some fire. I want them to have some juice." And he went out there and he did it, and he got them fired up. And I got zero problem with the two of them getting each other fired up and getting their asses in the game and then going out there and then the team performing like they did in the second half. If that's what it takes to perform like they did in the second half, then I hope that Andy Reid just walks down the line and just nut punches every single guy before the game and like calls their mom a bitch or something.
Okay, well,
I want to see some people pissed off then, because if that's what happens when Andy Reid, gets in people's face and does shit, then then do some more of it, Andy. It's obviously what's needed. Now, we'll get into this a little bit more when we actually talk about the games. What was really needed was Andy Reid or Andy Heck getting into Jawan Taylor's ass for a 50th straight week, because like literally there's that video going around of the Packers left tackle being like, run, Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Miles Garrett just blows right past his ass. And he's like, run, Jordan, run. Was that Josh Cotterly? Is that who their left tackle is?
No, I thought Josh was in Minnesota.
Yeah, he is in Minnesota. You're right. Who is that? Who is the Green Bay Packers left tackle currently?
It is. Yeah, well, it's loading. The left
definitely
tackle
not
is
David Bakhtiari.
Rasheed Walker.
Yeah, so Rasheed Walker's ass out there saying, run, Jordan, run. Oh my God.
That's what Jawan Taylor needs to start doing. That he needs to start yelling. I'm hoping they're like, in basketball they yell wolf, 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 wolf when there's someone coming behind you. I wonder if they have a saying. I wonder if that's it actually. It honestly should be. Make more sense.
100% it should be. And the whole thing is like at least Jawan Taylor just would have been laying on the ground doing it though. That's the whole thing. Jawan Taylor was just getting his ass just handed to him, just blown over all night long. And
bad.
Like at some point, enough is enough. Like they didn't even take him out for a drive. They didn't even sit him down for a play.
Let's just get into it right now. Like Jawan Taylor, it's bad enough they had a graphic already made for it, but I think the refs waited way too long to throw the first flag of it being where he's offsides or he's in the illegal alignment. I was baffled. It took literally maybe 3 drives for the first time. And I'm like, he's doing it every single play right now.
He is the worst starting lineman in the NFL. And it's never been more apparent how bad he is when you see how good Josh Simmons looks. Right? Like when Josh Simmons just holding it down over there. And listen, Josh Simmons, I was talking to our film guy over at Arrowhead Pride about he was in our group chat talking about Josh Simmons today. And he was talking about, basically, and I see it too. It's like Josh Simmons has a little bit of hand placement problems, but his body positioning is so great and his footwork is so great and his athleticism is so awesome that he's able to make up for it. If he can fix a little bit of his hand placement stuff, God, the dude's going to be unstoppable. Like he's just that good. And so when you see that in comparison with Jawan Taylor, you're just like, oh my God, like this is like, it's just painful to watch. And like, why are you paying Jalen Moore if you're not going to give him a shot? If you're not going to put him out there. And I know you could say, okay, maybe we don't think that Simmons is going to last the whole season. Maybe Kingsley won't last the whole season. Maybe we're afraid of injury, but cross that bridge when you get there, because right now you have like break glass in case of emergency issue at right tackle.
That it's at least if they're too concerned about Jalen Moore trying to play right tackle, at least put him there at not right tackle, right tackle. At least put him there at left guard, because I know Kingsley's still getting beat. It's not like there's any good production right next to Josh Simmons. So at least a guy that can already work that left side of the offensive line and Jalen Moore. Like, might as well just put him there. Like, get him on the field. I think you need to have the best 5 guys out there. And I'm actually still kind of concerned the fact that that's their best 5. And we know, and we've been talking about, we've been seeing what everyone's been doing behind them. It's like, can we get Jalen Moore up there? Is he not good enough? Like, that's what concerns me for this offensive line.
Well, that's the thing, is that Jalen Moore is not good enough, then that's an issue. But then also this is how bad the situation has gotten, is that I'm not even sure at this point, because it's not even like a physical limitation anymore with Jawan Taylor. It's mental lapses as well, right? Like he's 100%. Just like his head's not even in the game anymore, and he's just like overthinking everything and questioning himself.
He's slow.
Yeah, he's so slow. And at this point, like, here's the deal: Wanya Morris isn't good. Wanya Morris is a bad offensive lineman. I think Wanya Morris might be better than Jawan Taylor at this point.
Might as well put him out there. I mean, what?
That is saying something. If Wanya Morris is better than your starting right tackle, then you got a tackle problem.
And it's very bad, and it's very I mean, it's not good the amount of flags he's been getting. Like the laundry on the field just because of him is that big reason why I want him off this team. Like that you're hurting the team by your annoying penalties.
Well, and this isn't the 2018-2019 Chiefs where if you get a 10-yard penalty, they can just make it up on 3rd and 20 and do something amazing.
Right.
Like they're not like 3rd and 15 for this team might as well be 3rd and 30. You know, I mean, like it's a whole lot harder for them to get than to pick up 3rd and long. Yeah, 3rd and long for this team is a lot harder to get this year than it was in years past, and maybe some of that cleans up after we get some of these guys back. But like for this past week, like that's a drive killer. Getting a holding penalty on the offensive line
like
is a drive killer.
The Chiefs probably, if Russell Wilson wasn't playing in this game, like the Chiefs probably should have lost.
Yeah, but thank God he was.
Yeah.
Thank God, Russ. So remember we talked about this last week, and I told you that Russell Wilson was like the worst starting quarterback.
Yeah, he's bad. He got benched,
and he was completely cooked, and he was a piece of shit, and he was terrible.
He was bad.
Yada yada yada. Yeah, he was horrible.
Rocky, I think you and I could have caught one of the moon balls for interceptions. Like it was literally lobbed up there in a gift package for each for Christopher Wallace and also Watson. That was just ridiculous.
Watson almost had another one. Watson dropped one. You know, and so I mean, like, yeah,
the moon ball is just so dumb. It's like playing 500 dead or alive.
He literally looks like Big Ben and Drew Brees did back when their arms went.
No. This is worse. This is way worse than what Ben Roethlisberger did his last and final season. At least the Steelers made the playoffs in Roethlisberger's last final season.
Yeah,
and I believe Drew Brees did too. There's no way in hell in Russell Wilson's final season. I mean, he's benched clearly, so it's not going to happen. He ain't making the playoffs.
I mean, when Russell Wilson had Mike Tomlin, he looked a lot better than he did this year. That's all.
I agree, but that's also Brian Daboll.
I mean, Brian Daboll is literally also one of the worst head coaches in the NFL. Like, how in the hell are you getting on Malik Neighbors and the Chiefs are just like, yeah, sure, they're double covering him and they're rolling too high down onto him, but it wasn't anything exotic that the Chiefs were doing to stop him. And like, you didn't have a single manufactured touch for arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL, one of the most explosive playmakers. And you're just willingly letting the Chiefs just remove him from the game. No, like that's insanity.
If you watch the all 32, there's bad routes, absolutely bad routes that the Giants teams had. But Rocky, Russell Wilson literally had 3 plays or he could have scored a touchdown, or at least attempted to give somebody a touchdown pass. He then throws it out the damn back of the end zone. Even on 4th down, you need to score a touchdown. Let your dish try. Who cares? You're going to throw 2 interceptions at this point in time. At least try. That didn't happen. So it's that offense is. I'm curious to see what it looks like with Jackson Dart this upcoming weekend. But man, it was a brutal watch. That entire game was brutal to watch.
How does Brian Daboll still have a job?
Well, because Jackson Dart's starting this week. That's why.
But it doesn't.
If Russell Wilson would have started this week and they lost and get dog walked, Daboll's gone and so is Russell Wilson.
Well, but here's the thing: is okay, this isn't Brian Daboll's first bad season as a head coach. He's literally won 7 games in like 3 seasons.
Wasn't he talked about being like coach of the year?
Like his first year, right? And then like everybody acts like he was like the Ben Johnson when he came out, right? Like he was like the hot offensive coordinator because he made Josh Allen and da 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 da. Like dude didn't make Josh Allen. First of all, dude, he was the Chiefs offensive coordinator before he was the Bills offensive coordinator, and we saw what he did for the Bills, for the Chiefs. And then he goes to New York, and we've seen what's happened in New York. Newsflash: maybe it wasn't Daboll that did anything in Buffalo.
It's like Cliff Kingsbury saying that he's always going to ride the coattails of Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I don't think Cliff is the reason why Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, and we can kind of prove that to be correct because what he saw with him in Arizona. So.
Well, it's like, or Matt Nagy riding the coattails of Andy Reid. Like Matt Nagy got a head coaching job in Chicago, and it was very apparent very quickly that Matt Nagy is no Andy Reid when it comes to being a head coach.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. That first year with Matt Nagy there wasn't bad, but he just didn't have any help from that ownership whatsoever in that front office.
I mean, like, not front office and not ownership in general. I mean, Ryan
Better
Poles.
now.
Yeah, it is better now. But like, how many shots did Ryan Poles get to get it right? Like, geez Louise. Like
Way
Ryan
too
Poles
many.
is. Yeah, he also screwed the pooch for a very long time. There's a lot of guys that have jobs that probably shouldn't have jobs right now. Your guy, your main man, your dude from in Miami, um, Mike McDaniel, right?
I do like him. Yeah, I like him.
He's your guy. You guys are both vapors, right? You guys both vape on the sidelines.
not hitting that Sharpie pin on the sideline.
Yeah,
What you mean?
you're out there. You're playing baseball. You're out there at first base, just hitting the vape pen
No, I
between
could never
pitches.
do that. Could never do that. Plus, I've never actually had tobacco.
Ever had tobacco?
Well, in like cigarette form or vape form, never have.
What, just only had in like pipe and cigar
Cigar and some chaw.
and blunt wraps.
No,
You
not doing a spliff that way.
you never had a blunt wrap before, Kramer?
No. Actually, I haven't. Actually,
You never got like a strawberry Swisher Sweet blunt wrap?
No, never have.
Like a grape one? The grape ones were always the popular ones. The grape blunt wraps. Never.
Can't say I have.
Oh well. And you say you're from St. Joe, Missouri.
No, dude, up they don't do that up there. That's more of like some heroin and
Yeah, yeah. But they don't smoke weed in St. Joe. That's bathtub meth country.
Exactly.
They're Breaking Bad up there.
No, definitely. I can't say more.
So what you're saying is you've never smoked a grape blunt wrap, but you've done heroin and meth.
No, never done heroin or meth. Never have.
Is that what you're saying?
No,
hey, kids don't smoke tobacco.
By watching The Sopranos,
Do heroin or meth.
I learned an interesting way how people do shoot up, which I'm like, it's through the feet.
Yeah,
There's no way in hell.
Yeah.
That's no. I don't like needles like that. I got tattoos, and the only kind of needles I do like, but I don't like needles like that.
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of ways that people get high that are pretty questionable. When I used to work at the group home,
sorry for laughing.
There would be kids who would legitimately, and this is a legit thing, like they would like eat a bunch of like beans or something that makes them really gassy, and they would literally sit in their room and fart into a rag and then huff their own farts to get high off of them.
Gosh.
Yeah, like it's like
you can get
that's
high
great.
Like that?
Yeah, you can get high out the methane from your own farts.
That's
you can get a head rush.
Disgusting.
So they would huff their own farts to get high. Or
hey, Rocky, you know this by how?
Because I used to work at a group home where we would catch kids doing it.
You didn't join, did you?
No, of course not.
Okay,
Kramer, no, come on. I mean, and then in Africa, there was a thing for a while. There's called Gin Kim, and what it was is like because in Africa the sewage systems are kind of like exposed, like they're not really sewage systems, like ditches.
Like
so the sewage, so the sewage like runs out of like the shanty towns or like the areas down into like ditches on the side of the road, and you like raw sewage going on the side of the road. And so the street kids who were homeless, who basically they were starving all day, and so they didn't have any food, they would like they do this thing called gin kim where they'd get like an empty 2-liter bottle and they'd like fill it with the sewage, and then they put a balloon over the top of it and wait for the gas to fill it up, and then you huff the balloon because then you get high and you don't feel hungry.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that a buzzkill.
I don't want to hear about this on Veach season. Let's go. Let's talk about something else. That's terrible. Oh man.
Yeah, it is terrible. Oh, you want to hear a good story one time? This actually popped in my head for no apparent reason. I was actually laying in bed last night and this story popped in my head, and I thought, you know what, I should tell this story on Veach season because it highlights the good in the world.
All right.
Right. And so this was right after I got out of the Peace Corps. I was traveling around Asia a little bit, and so like when you're in the Peace Corps, they give you like a debit card where they put your like allowance on, and so you basically like just like go to the ATM and pull out your monthly allowance, and then you live off it, right?
Yeah.
But then once you leave the Peace Corps, they give you like a resettlement allowance for like to like reintegrate yourself back into America. It's not a ton of money, but they give it to you all at once, but they put it on like your US like debit card, like in your checking account, right? And it's like one lump payment kind of thing. And so I had that one lump payment. And so all I had, but I was traveling after I got out of the Peace Corps. And so all I had on me was my US debit card, right? That had all my money on it. And I was in Laos. Like I took a train from Bangkok up to the Laos border, and I was in Laos. And my first day there, I went to the ATM to get some money out. And I don't know what I was thinking or what was going on, but I just left my debit card in the ATM
Oh,
and in the middle of the capital city of Laos. And then went back to my hotel, my hostel that I was sleeping
no.
in. And then the next day, when I woke up and I was like, oh, I need to go get some more money out of the ATM because I didn't want to carry too much, right? Because you don't want to get like jacked, right? And then they lose a bunch of cash. So then I was like, let me go get some more cash out. And I went to go look in my wallet, and my debit card was gone. And then I quickly like researched back in my mind, where was the last time that I had my debit card? And I was like, oh crap, it was at the ATM. So then I went back to the ATM, and I was like looking everywhere, and it was nowhere to be seen. And like some guy was like walking by, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like this guy from Laos, super like old dude. And I was like, I left my card here at the ATM, and it's gone yesterday. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he's like, "Oh, just call the number right there on the ATM and see if the bank can help you." And I was like, "What?" I was like, he was like, "Yes, call the number." And so so then I called it, and they were like, you have to come into the bank. So I like had to like walk. I didn't have any cash or anything. So I walked like across the city. Beautiful city, by the way. Oh my gosh. It was like a bunch of French architecture, beautiful city square, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous city. Beautiful day, sun was shining, everything like that. But I walked across to like the main central bank of the country, and I went to the front. It was a really nice lobby too. And the lady was like, "Oh yeah, do you have your ID?" And I showed it to her, and she's like, went in the back, and she came back with like a stack of debit cards, and she was like, "Oh, here's yours," and she just like handed it to me. And then I was like, "Huh, look at that."
So was everything on it and still, and nobody took
Yeah,
anything?
yeah, no, it was good, 100% good. Like
Whew.
somebody either turned it in, or like the machine sucked it in and like held it, and then when they like went to go load it, they like saw it and like took it to the bank or something. But like, yeah, literally just
You
went to the
lucked
bank.
out, man. You
They
lucked
just gave,
out.
yeah, they just gave it to me, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is
I'm not
amazing!
never doing that again. Yeah.
Never doing that again." And I immediately like just walked out, and then I walked down to the river and bought like 4-liter bottles of beer and sat on the river and just enjoyed the day and drank beer by the river
Nice.
for the rest of the
Nice.
afternoon. It was a beautiful day. But see, look, there are beautiful things in the world, and people do help you out.
Oh, where'd you go, Rocky?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. He disappeared. Well, okay, crazy thing about that. I got about you disappearing. I got an email today from my apartment place that said that they're going to turn our power off because something happened with the storm overnight to where it was like something happened and they need to reset the systems in order for everything to operate properly. Well, guess what? They have yet to even restart my our power, so I could actually go out at any moment while we're recording this right now. Hopefully, that doesn't happen. The email that they sent out to us like around 3:30 in our time of this recording. It's about 8 o'clock at night. If they wait this long to restart my power at 8, I'm going to be annoyed. I'm going to be super annoyed.
My normal camera just like, I don't know, crap the bed or
Like crap
something.
the bed. That's not good.
Yeah, it just like literally just like went out on me.
So you're on the laptop camera right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on the laptop camera, but I don't know what's going.
You are, I think, frozen on my end now, which you 100% are. You know what? That's a-okay. I'm actually kind of shocked it has taken this long in our Veach season to where we've actually had technical difficulties for once while we're actually live and doing things. So this is a first, people. Welcome to the new season of Veach season where things just don't work. I think you're muted, by the way, buddy.
Hey, you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Good. Yeah, good.
All right, good. Yeah. So I don't look good, but you can hear me. Yeah, I don't know what happened. My camera just like completely just decided to like shit the bed, like while I'm just sitting here. And then of course, because the camera shit the bed, then my extra monitor decided to shit the bed too. And they all just like started like flashing and going in, like zooming in and out. And like, I don't know, maybe I'm getting hacked. Maybe the maybe the Chinese authorities heard me talking good about Laos, and they don't want any good stuff getting out there about one of their neighbors and their or the U.S. government. because Laos does technically have a communist regime in control of.
Interesting.
So maybe it's the anti-communists in our government, big brothers trying to silence me from talking good about the Laotian people, the Lao people.
I don't think you're on a list to be searched for, Rocky. So I don't think you're a-okay on being also possibly hacked. So you're good. You're good.
I mean, you never know. If you knew you're on the list, then you're not on the list.
Maybe there is no list.
Maybe there is no. Oh no, there is a list, and we do know who's on the list. And release the list. Release the list.
I'm in camp of that. But I'm also, speaking of releases and possible that might happen. Is there something wrong with Harrison Butker right now? Like, is there something in his head, or what's the problem? Because he's missing way too much, and it's way too often now. And now we're starting to talk about it because this used to be Mr. Automatic. He ain't Mr. Automatic anymore. And I don't know if the Chiefs need to bring somebody in to light a fire under his ass, maybe to work two guys out. But even just this past game against the Giants, he missed a big field goal that should have been made.
Yeah. Last time this happened, he was injured, right? Like last time he was kicking like this.
I know he's not injured right now, right?
We don't know.
I mean, at least with the Giants, Graham Gano came out there and did a little chip shot. He looked like he was in brutal pain.
He looked like his nutsack was about to fall off his body, for God's sake.
Which, by the way, Graham Gano, bravo to you, man. Yeah. You go out there hurt, impressive, and you still drilled it. I mean, a lot of people couldn't say they could do that. But no, Butker, they need to bring somebody in to light a fire underneath Butker's ass, saying, "Hey, we will replace you. You are replaceable."
Yeah, he's not doing his best.
After he got paid too, he's 2 more years left on his contract, or 3.
Yeah, he's supposed to be money from anything under 55, right? That's what they're paying him for. They talk about him like he's a future Hall of Famer when they talk about him as a kicker. And he is not performing that way currently.
No.
Because it's not just I mean, sure, he missed a 58-yarder or whatever. He's like, sure, you get a pass on that one. But you missed one that was 44-yarder and you missed an extra point. Get your shit together, Harrison. You are end of the day, you're a fucking kicker and you got one job. You got one job, and that's to kick the ball straight and far. We don't even need you for kickoffs anymore with the new kickoff rules, right? Just kick the ball hard and kick it far.
Rocky, it's harder to kick a football straight than it is to catch a football.
Well, yeah, duh. But it's still his job.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that are making drops on this team. It's their job to secure catches. So it's all the way around. I think it's top to bottom. I think it's just a top to bottom issue. And maybe after this past week, maybe he goes perfect the rest of the season. It could happen.
Maybe he does. But listen, you want to talk about drops. You who didn't drop the ball the second time at least was Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton's that last catch and the finger in the air.
That's funny. And he wanted to make sure everyone knew that he caught that too. He was like, "Yep, I got this one at least."
Yeah, number one, baby. I would have been even better if he just would have thrown up a middle finger in the air instead of a single finger. But then that would have been a 15-yard penalty. So I'm glad he didn't. But yeah, that was probably one of the best catches I've seen in the last couple of years.
So that was across the body, wasn't it, from Mahomes?
Yeah, across the body, and then he had to reach over and around the defender to bring it in, and then turn his body and secure it. It was a hell of a catch by Tyquan Thornton.
With that game though, that first half was a brutal watch. I was snoozing through it. I tried to keep myself awake. I drank coffee before the game to keep myself going the rest of that night. But man, I just wanted to just pass out. But luckily the second half was decent.
Oh, what, you didn't enjoy Isaiah Pacheco getting a backwards pass thrown to him and then him getting mad that he dropped it and then picking it up and throwing it? Or you didn't enjoy Isaiah Pacheco literally turning the wrong direction and running the route in the wrong direction of the field towards the opposite end zone and then have the ball go behind him because he was facing the wrong fucking direction?
Here's the thing. The Mahomes backward pass, we should not be blaming anything on Isaiah Pacheco on that. Mahomes made that decision to throw it that way because he also made the decision to do it once more again. Luckily, he was able to pick up that ball after his mistake from that backward pass. But I think a lot of people are blaming Isaiah Pacheco on the first one, and he should not get the blame whatsoever.
All you got to do is just pick it up. Just pick it up and hold on to it. Like, have some awareness. It's a reverse pass. It's a live ball. It's a live ball.
At that time, Mahomes is still running forward while Pacheco is still running out. And it's not like he can, in a split second, in your mind, like, oh, he's actually throwing a backwards pass on this. No, that doesn't factor when you have 3 dudes around you that are in Giants colors. Like that just doesn't.
So you pick the ball up and throw it?
Well, he thought it was an incomplete pass, which it looked like an incomplete pass.
So you pick the ball up and throw it?
On an incomplete pass? I mean, luckily the ball still was in the vicinity where the referee can get it.
Just hold on to the ball and then just hand it to the referee.
No, stop. You know damn good well. You know
damn
good well. Heat of the moment, you're doing the exact same thing Isaiah Pacheco just did.
And
tell me that you're not.
And on the second one, that was 100% his fault.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the first
one.
And
Mahomes saved his ass because that one was the one where Mahomes had to run back and recover the ball.
Yeah, that was still a bad pass on Mahomes.
No, it wasn't. You know why it wasn't a bad pass? Because Pacheco was supposed to be facing the other direction. If Pacheco's turned around the other direction, it's perfectly in his hands. He was facing the wrong direction on the play. He wasn't going towards the wrong end zone. He was running towards his own end zone. That's why it looked bad. It's because he was turned around the wrong way.
But here's the thing.
The opposite damn direction.
Maybe he thought that there was already defenders there near him or by him, which there were. It was a screenplay. Yeah, of course, when you're going to call out a screen, they're going to be yelling screen, and people are going to adjust rather quickly. That play actually took a little bit longer to build out than it typically does.
So you're going to turn the wrong direction?
I guess so. I'm not the one out here that want Isaiah Pacheco on this team. I think Isaiah Pacheco might be the worst running back on this team. We saw Brashard Smith get a lot of run, and I think we should see him get even more run.
I'm just saying, like, there's a handful of players on this team that are causing 90% of the problems.
Yeah.
And it's the same people.
This team is not built like the way it's supposed to.
It's the same problem week in, week out with the same guys. That being said, they're going to beat – we'll talk about this a little bit, but they're going to beat the Ravens, and they're going to be 2-2, and we'll get into that. But let's first finish breaking down this game, first of all. You know what helps the pass rush look really good? A really bad Giants offensive line.
Well, Alex Thomas getting taken out, which I know he's on a snap count. He was holding it, like he was making sure George and also Chris Jones was.
No, he looked. Andrew Thomas looked amazing.
Andrew Thomas,
in the game, he was a stud. He always is a stud, and it was great that he was on a snap count and he got pulled out
because that first play hit the backup guy there. Chris Jones made sure he felt him.
100%. Like, it was. He played really good football. But once he went out, they didn't have anybody on the line, and the Chiefs were just like in Russell Wilson's face 24/7. I saw this is going back to Josh Simmons really quick. We're all over the place today, man. Jesus.
We're still talking about the game.
We're still talking about the game, though, so that's all that matters. I saw a stat from PFF that Lane Johnson and Josh Simmons are the highest rated blockers when on an island in the NFL right now.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good company name list right there.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of a feather in the cap of Josh Simmons there. But yeah, no, like I felt like the Chiefs had a really good plan in the secondary. I felt like the safeties played really good football. Chris Roland Wallace continues to be a diamond in the rough type of player. Somehow the Giants found a way to be the only team in football that can't make Jamari Conner look bad. like Jamari Conner, just like the Chiefs somehow found a way to just hide Jamari Conner for an entire game, and like you didn't hear his name called, but
he made plays.
But you didn't hear his name called, and that's the best you can hope for.
Yeah,
Jamari Conner.
It's also
good news.
It's also Russell Wilson throwing the football to his targets, which that was just complete bad. Plus, also, let's there was a lot more checkdowns to Cam Scatterboo, and before Tyrone Tracy got knocked out, it seemed like the offense, no matter what, was just going to be relied upon on those running backs the entire night and a possible deep shot to Malik Neighbors. That's what the entire game plan that I felt seemed like the Giants were on there, because Tyrone Tracy was targeted a lot really quickly, and he had the ball a lot in that first drive. Sucked that his shoulder got knocked out, but
their entire game plan was that they were going to run the ball, which is crazy to think about considering that
even
that
Russ
the Chiefs are pretty good run defense. Yeah,
even Russ taking the snap and immediately tucking the head to start running was like telling there too.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Cam Scatterboo is a fun player to watch. I'll give you credit. Here's the one thing I'll say about Cam Scatterboo is he does not skip leg day.
Ooh.
Like that guy is a sausage.
He's always I don't know if it's just his tick or whatever he does, but anytime he gets back up, he's just shaking his head. He's just like
after shaking his head, and he's always like throwing his shoulders when he's running like this.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so
it's like Mighty Mouse.
Yeah, he's slow as shit, but he's fun to watch.
He's gonna get you 3 yards. Might get you 4.
Might get you 4.5. You know, if he puts his head down.
Because he made Nick Bolton look like an idiot once.
God, he made Nick Bolton look like.
He also made a lot of people like idiots.
Yeah, later in the game though, the Chiefs just kind of figured out that he's got to hang on for dear life.
You wore him down
and wait for help to come. Like just grab him, hold on, and wait for help to come.
Yeah,
is what you got to do. I'll tell you who looked good.
This offense.
He would be really fun in this offense. You know who looked really good was your boy Noel Williams. He looked physical. He actually looked more physical than he did in his college tape, and he was kind of all over the place a little bit, like just like as far as like all over the field, flying around, making play. Looked like a really solid tackler, good bump and run coverage, physical guy.
I know he had one bad penalty.
Really impressed with him.
One bad penalty, but might as well, because I think it was either Slayton or Neighbors on the sideline. Might as well. It's not like their offense on the Giants was doing anything anyway. So
it was a face mask penalty when he was trying to jam the guy at the line. Like his hands just got up.
No, this one was on the sideline. There must have been 2 penalties he had, but there was at least one that was on the sideline where there was a pass to him.
Oh yeah, the pass.
DPI.
Yeah, the PI. So there was 2, but I think that all in all, he's a rookie. He's gonna
learn.
Cornerback is a hard position, right? You're just one-on-one out on an island. It's not an easy position to play. It's reactionary. You're always just like waiting for you're trying to guess what somebody's going to do before they do it. But most of the time, you're just reacting to what they're doing. It's one of the harder positions to play, and the fact that he played as well as he did in his first real action was pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I was really impressed with him. Yeah, I would say overall I'd give the game ball to the secondary though, just for what they did to shut down Malik Neighbors, and just remove him from the game. Like I think that the secondary played exceptionally well across the board. Brian Cook looked really good. Jaden Hicks looked good. I mean, Trent McDuffie looked good. Everybody looked good in the secondary. I thought for the most part.
If I'm giving a game ball, I'm going to have a Tyquan Thornton. He was 2 touchdowns. Come on.
That's true. Tyquan Thornton out of the slot, man. That little slot dagger that they ran for that touchdown is a dangerous little play.
I feel confident saying this, that whenever Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy are back fully healthy, Thornton's the 3.
Yeah, I would think he's the 3. I think he's the 3, right? Yeah, I think he would be the 3 over Hollywood Brown.
100%. Hollywood Brown hasn't. He had 10 catches or 9 catches week 1, but hasn't done much for me since. He doesn't look explosive. He looks old. He looks slow.
Well, I think that Tyquan Thornton gives you the deep speed, the contested catch, 50-50 ball aspect, and then he also, I think, just has a little bit more like strength and physicality for like after the catch.
I'd rather see a Juju out there more than Hollywood.
Oh, I mean, Unk's got old man strength now. Unk's got that old man strength. He's out there. He's like Greg Odom. He's like a 60-year-old, 28-year-old out there. Just like
Greg Odom did look old. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you're trying to like wrestle your dad and your dad looks like he's like old and out of shape or whatever, but then he grabs you and you're like, how are you so fucking strong? Kind of thing. It's just that old man strength. He's got old man strength now.
But I want to see I want to see Juju over Hollywood Brown out there on the field right now. Like that's just me.
Listen, I love Juju. I'm a Juju fan. I'm a Jew believer. Is that a thing?
I don't think that's a thing. I hope we don't get us canceled for just saying that.
First, I'm a Jew believer. Yeah. It's yeah. Who knows? I just got a text message from somebody.
Yeah,
a second ago. Huh. That's pretty interesting.
I'm gonna hold it. We'll be fine.
You're gonna hold it. All right.
Let's see how far I can go. Let's see how far I can go.
See how far we can go. Old man Kramer's got to pee. So let's see. Let's see if Kramer can make it the rest of the podcast, or if we can make Kramer pee his pants on the air.
I do have this water bottle. Pants. I could finish this water and then use the water bottle, but I think I might fill this water bottle up, if you know what I mean.
Kramer, how are we gonna get all the fluid out of these jugs?
You're right. We just gotta.
So much fluid in these jugs.
We could start a fire. Start a fire and pour it out with it.
There you go. There you go.
we can just drink it.
Just drink it. Oh yeah, we can drink the fluid.
Beach season, baby.
Beach season, baby. But yeah, no. It was the first win the Chiefs needed. It was an important win. First time the Chiefs beat the Giants at home. Good, glad to get that narrative out of the way. Yeah, I think overall the second half, the Chiefs play like they did in the second half for the rest of the season, they'll look pretty good.
They ran the football. They lined up under center. They were in the I formation at one point. It was like, what's going on?
Yeah, and they gave the ball to Kareem Hunt.
Hey, he got me an anytime touchdown, which, I mean, if you do partake in the Arrowhead Pride Madden simulations, a 1-yard touchdown run was secured on the Madden simulation, and it was secured on Sunday night.
Did you win this week in our fantasy league?
No, I lost. I'm 1-2.
Me too. I lost by like 3 points because I needed 10 points for Jameson Williams in order for me to win the game, and he only got me like 6 or something.
Which is crazy because the Lions offense was humming last night. Lions offense was fun to watch.
It's crazy that he didn't do anything in that game. Which it was a real damn shame, especially because I also started Caleb Williams and Connor McLaughlin. And so those two players by them,
great.
Those two players for themselves accounted for 56 points, and I lost the game. Like that's
who'd you go up against?
That's insane.
Did you go up against Roman Dune? No, Roman Dune didn't go off this past week. Who went off?
Luther Burden went off.
Yes, that's the bear that went off.
Because I started Romo Dunze and Luther Burden went off. I think that's part of the problem. And then Josh Jacobs didn't do anything against the Browns, and so that also hurt me.
And that was a 13-10 game. That was a bad game.
Yeah. Also, a good reminder to everybody that we're in week 3 of the season, and crazy shit happens. You could be 1-2 and turn it around, or you could be the preseason Super Bowl favorites and everybody's darling, and then go out there and lay an egg against the Browns and lose 10-13.
I'm still
like the Packers did.
I'm a Packers believer. I still think the Packers are going to make it to the Super Bowl this year. Heck, they might even win the Super Bowl this year. They have that type of team.
They might. They
need to go out there and get another wide receiver, but that's just me.
They might, but what I'm saying is that it's early enough in the season that crazy shit happens.
Oh, all the time. Yeah, all the time.
Crazy shit happens all the time.
But we are actually 1/6 of the way through fantasy football season, and I know that is massive around people, which, by the way, if you need any fantasy tips, tricks, foolish fantasy, every Tuesday and Thursday from WA.
All right. So before we shift gears over to the upcoming game this week, there is one thing that we have to talk about, Kramer.
What's that?
Our boy Chris left you a comment on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
last week, and he said, "Kramer, I love the cat in the background."
Who we got back here? Oh, it's Moon back here today. Moon's back here today.
Oh, look at Moon back there. Oh,
the first boy. The first boy.
That's a switch up. We don't usually get to see Moon back there.
Yep, Cosmo's. I don't know where's Cosmo at. Cosmo's
Yeah,
somewhere.
Cosmo's the official Veach season mascot until we get a koala.
It's true.
Until
I mean, he kind of feels like a koala at times.
Until we can manage to get a either one of two things: either a live koala in the country to be our mascot, or enough koala meat that we can extract the DNA and then clone a koala until we get the technology to clone our own. Like you have 3D printers now. I want 3D cloners so we can just like be like, shit, we need another koala.
So
and then we just get the koala meat and clone it in the back.
So it's like Jurassic Park all over again, but with koalas.
Yeah, it's like Jurassic Park, but with koalas. And instead of it being this huge, gigantic part and billion-dollar venture, I want it to be like an easy bake oven that you can buy at Walmart, and then you just like throw a koala patty in there, and then a live koala pops out.
Make sure you have that light bulb that cooks stuff.
Yeah, that light bulb that cooks stuff and clones koala. Make sure that koala cloning light bulb in there.
Think about it now. How much radiation that thing exposed to us?
Oh my god! Like that's so like you know what?
Fire starters.
So I read books. I know how to read. I know how to read, Kramer. Which is a good, which may be a surprise to some of our listeners, but I do know how to read. And I was reading the book Project Hail Mary, a movie coming out soon of it. It's written by Andy Weir, the same guy who wrote The Martian. And in the book, they're talking about on your microwave, and I learned this while I was reading the book. On your microwave, there's that mesh on the front, right, of the glass.
Uh-huh.
And you know why that's there?
No.
Because microwaves are physically, literally larger than the holes in that mesh. And so they can't fit through the holes in that mesh. And so that mesh is the only thing that's keeping them from melting your fucking face off.
Oh, hell yeah. Shouts that mesh.
From like shooting through the glass and melting your face off because they can't pass through the mesh. And so
that's good. I'm glad it's there.
So if you ever have a hole in your mesh, get a new microwave because that stuff's gonna blow a hole straight through your face, dude.
But are you the type of person that when you put it in the microwave, do you like sit there and watch what it spin?
Well, I mean, I probably shouldn't because it's gonna give me brain cancer. But
yeah, you do. I always put stuff in the microwave and I walk away and go do something else. Like I mean, I don't necessarily anymore because I'm too busy, but. I mean, there's been times where I found myself with my nose pressed up against the glass, watching it turn circles inside of there. Just a little mesmerized in my ADD self. Just getting my brain raw dogged by radioactive microwaves. Basically,
also that's why I am the way I am is because I stood in front of the microwave as a child, watching things cook. You know, so
Rocky, and it's you. It's just you. I love you.
Everybody, listen. Everybody has their own story of where they got to how they are today, and God bless the broken road that led me straight to you, Kramer.
Amen to that, brother.
All right, so the Chiefs are taking on the Ravens this week, Kramer. And here I got a hot take.
Okay, let's hear it.
Derrick Henry's a joke.
Okay,
he's a buster. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Over under how many yards are we going to do this with him? 38.5?
No, he'll have more than that. I think he'll have 65 yards rushing.
All right, let's go 65.5. Are you taking the over or the under?
I'm taking the under. I'm taking 65 and here's what I think. I think he's going to have 62 yards rushing, a touchdown, and a fumble.
You think he's going to fumble? Interesting.
I mean, he's literally fumbled in both of their losses in the fourth quarter when they're trying to close out the game. Literally twice this season, they've had leads in the fourth quarter where all they got to do is close out the game, and Derrick Henry's put the ball on the ground.
Also, those are primetime games. I think the lights are too bright for the Baltimore Ravens. This is what a 325 kick. This one might be close. I'm going to say the over on his rushing yards. I don't know if him getting in the score end zone at all. This is going to be an ugly game. This is going to be a defensive slobber knocker. This isn't going to be like one of them high-scoring games we saw the Ravens already have this week. And or this season. It's weird to think that they're the best defense that on paper coming into the season, but yet they've given up like the third or fourth most points against their opponents this year.
Their pass rush and secondary are terrible.
No, I mean Kyle Hamilton's good. Secondary is at least decent. The pass rush is just more question. They got Roquan Smith is going to be roaming around the entire time. That's your big question mark. But the pass rush is just not there.
You could say that Kyle Hamilton's good, but besides him, it's terrible. Like they're getting smoked through the air in these games.
Oh yeah. No, they are. Don't get me wrong, they are, but they're still on paper like they seem like they should be the number one defense in the league. They're just not. That's what I'm getting at.
On paper. I mean, Lamar Jackson is supposed to be one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL, and he is through the first 3.5 quarters. And then the fourth quarter, he turns into a total pumpkin. He's the most dynamic, mobile quarterback in the history of the NFL. And how many times did he get sacked because he just wouldn't get the ball out of his hands in that last game? Like literally just holding onto the ball, scrambling around, indecisive.
Good pass rush there from the Lions. Good pass rush.
Yeah, it's a really good pass rush.
Was a big difference maker in that game.
I mean, forced a fumble.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like Lamar Jackson's throws weren't accurate. He wasn't accurate. His head wasn't up looking downfield. He was running around in circles for his dear life. Like Lamar Jackson looked bad in the fourth quarter.
They're not good in prime time. They're just not. No, but when it's not prime time, they're great. So I hope that's not like me saying anything. Honestly, I think this game could end in a tie, if I'm being honest. This game could easily end in a tie this week.
Make me vomit saying those words.
But, I mean, if it ends in a tie, I mean, it could be a 21-21 tie. It could be a 20-20 tie. They're going to at least put some points on the board.
Nobody wants a goddamn tie in football.
I know. But I would not be shocked. Wouldn't be shocked if somehow it ends in a tie. Wouldn't be. Because I don't have any faith at all whatsoever at times with this offensive line for the Chiefs. And if you just get the little bit pressure on just getting through with Jawan Taylor or Trey Smith, who I don't think looked the best in the world at all this year whatsoever. Creed has looked this offensive line. Josh Simmons is the only one that is just the one that I've fallen in love with this entire time for the Chiefs. You get any sort of pressure on Mahomes, it's not going to be good for him. But it's going to be close the entire time because that's just how a Chiefs game is.
Listen, Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey have been awesome. Josh Simmons has been awesome. Kingsley and Juwan are a problem. The running backs are a problem. Jamari Connor is a problem. The wide receiver depth is a problem. It's not perfect. But I still think even with that, I think the Ravens have wide receiver problems, have wide receiver issues. I think Rashad Bateman is a number 3 wide receiver at best. Mm-hmm. I think that DeAndre Hopkins is old, and I think that Zay Flowers is a little bit of a head case as well.
Diop really hasn't been targeted that much, which is odd to think. But when he's targeted, he's making some damn good catches.
Yeah, but so here's the deal. Also, though, is his hands are still there. He just has no separation.
Oh yeah, anymore. But I'm still going to throw it to him.
Yeah, but so if he's covered though, so they're not throwing it to him because he's not open.
Right.
And
it's so also Lamar Jackson too. I mean, if Lamar Jackson doesn't need to throw it and he can run it, I'm having him run it every single time to get the first down. And it's crazy to think, Rocky, that every single time you get a first down, every 10 yards, you get 10 yards close to the end zone. You keep getting first down. At some point, you'll hit the end zone.
That's how the game is played. That is the purpose of football.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That is how the game works. If you just keep on hitting the baseball and you just keep on going around the bases, eventually you're going to score.
Yeah, if you get on base, you're going to score at some point, right?
You're going to score at some point. People just keep on getting on base.
Get it, pass the baton, baby.
Speaking of that, give us an update on your season.
Oh, going to the championship this Sunday.
Championship this Sunday.
This Sunday. It's crazy.
Wow.
The game is during the Chiefs game. It's at my first pitch is at 3:00. We get 190
Who
game.
scheduled that stupid shit in Kansas City?
That's a great question. It was going to be a noon game, but I'm going to be in a wedding the night prior, which I'm going to be probably a little bit tipsy or still hungover during the game on Sunday. But you know what? I'm going to give it my all. I cannot wait. Like
you're going Wade Boggs out there.
I'm gonna Boggs it. I'm gonna do the full Wade Boggs out there. But this
full Wade Boggs.
Past week it looked kind of bleak. We were down 5-0 in the first inning. We won 9-6.
Wow. What was your stat line?
I went 0 for 1. I should have been my 0 for 1 part was because I fouled the ball off my shin guard and it rolled fair, and they said it didn't hit my shin guard. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I didn't even run to first base. So I got on the ground out that way, but I was hit by a pitch and walked, scored 2 runs, and I also got a stolen base.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Nice. There you go. Just
But yeah, my bruise right here, it hurts.
Oh yeah, I bet you. That's what you took it at right there.
Yeah, right in the ribs, right in the ribs.
Wow, little baseball tattoo.
I tossed the bat towards the dugout and say, "Get on base any means possible."
Yeah, that's what you do. Keep them moving. Keep the line moving, Kramer.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Well, a championship game this Sunday. Hopefully, we win, and we should win. No, no. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure we will win.
You will win.
I'm gonna make sure we're gonna win.
Oh, I hope we win. Talk. God damn it! Get out there and get the championship.
No. I've my entire life playing baseball, haven't won a single championship in my entire life in any league I've played.
Oh,
I'm going to make sure. I'm going to make sure
we're out there
going
winning.
to win this. Yeah.
Win it for the Gipper.
Yeah, we're going to win it.
Got it, buddy. I only won 2 championships, so
I was always the kid that helped carry the team, and just never anything came across.
I was always the number 6 in the lineup role player that wasn't the best player, but I was a starter and I did my part.
I'm batting cleanup for my team, if that tells you anything. I typically bat cleanup or bat third.
Oh, look at you. Big donger raking and bringing it home.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I did the splits. I'm feeling it still right now. I might have pulled a hamstring, but you know what? I still went to the gym today and worked it out.
There you go, buddy. Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so what else we cover? So we decided that Derrick Henry's a pussy, and isn't a good running back and completely overrated.
I don't agree with what you said right there whatsoever, but that's just me. Those views and opinions are reflected from Rocky Magaña, not Kramer Sanson. So I think Derrick Henry is good. I almost kind of traded for him in my fantasy in one of my fantasy leagues today, but Derrick Henry is going to do what Derrick Henry does.
Listen,
but the Chiefs know how to stop Derrick Henry. They do. Just go for his legs.
Yep, just go for his legs. Derrick Henry traditionally over the last few years has struggled to close out games in the fourth quarter statistically, but then last year he averaged like 6 yards a carry in the fourth quarter. So something changed last year for him. This year, though,
he can't hold on to the football.
Seems like maybe it's reverted back a little ways. And so
should have had that popcorn on the sideline there, Derrick.
Shouldn't have had that popcorn on the side. Did you see him after? I mean, obviously he's pissed off when he fumbled, but he slammed his helmet down and then he flopped onto the bench like he was 5 years old. I can't.
He can't believe it. He can't believe it. He cannot believe what he did. And honestly, I think a lot of people can't believe what he did.
Yeah, a lot of people can't believe what he did, except for yours. I mean, except for I saw it and I was like, wow, that adds up. That's Derrick Henry being Derrick Henry. I'm gonna meet Derrick Henry someday, and he's just gonna beat my fucking ass, just beat the ever living shit out of me.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be near Derrick Henry ever in your lifetime, but just because he probably has some burners out there to be like, hey, Rocky Magaña, Rocky.
Okay, where do I know that name from? Oh, he's that bitch that said I skip leg day.
It's like the chicken and Peter Griffin on Family Guy, where they just lock eyes and lock eyes. You just start fighting. That's basically you.
Yeah, we just start fighting. Yeah, it's just like eventually I'm going to have to throw him into an airplane engine like he does with the chicken to beat him.
And then after it's over with, you know that he's still out there and still alive. He puts his finger in the air like Taekwon Thornton.
Taekwon Thornton finger in the air. Yeah. That would be dope as shit. And so, well, all right, Kramer. Look at us. A solid hour-long episode covering the Chiefs. So, what you got in store for yourself for the rest of this week as a married man?
That's a great question. I will shout out to the Triggs. They're going to get married here on Saturday. So I'm just going to get prepared for a wedding. Then I actually just get to sit back and enjoy and make my best man speech. It's going to be a damn good
That's the wrong answer, Kramer. You're a married man now. The correct answer is you're going to do whatever the fuck she tells you to. Love you guys. Have a great week.